Wednesday here early in Australia and probably late Tuesday night in the US and the UK. Well, today's topic is all about me asking you to list all of your favourite books that are great for struggling readers. Here is one of my all-time favourites. It's called Green Eggs and Ham, and of course it's written by Dr. Seuss. This is my super old copy that I had and I used to read to my children. And the reason I love it so much is because there is only 50 words in total used in this book, which makes it just one of the best books, because not only is there a limited number of words in this book, they rhyme, it's funny, and it reminds you of a child pestering an adult, which of course appeals to children and of course appeals to adults too, because everybody gets a bit from it. Let me read you a bit from it. Of course, it starts out, I feel like a teacher here. It starts out like this. I am Sam. I am Sam. Sam, I am. That Sam I am. That Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Would you like them here or there? I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. I'm going to stop there. I hope I have inspired you to keep reading books like this to your children. Even when they're older, they still love books like this because they are just beautifully written. So this is one of my all-time favourites, and there are other all-time favourites that my children loved as we were going through the process. Now, you all know that I've got 3 children who are diagnosed with dyslexia, and the thing I find is when you have a child who's diagnosed with dyslexia, they're actually super smart. They are also very good story writers, and quite often they are verbally very competent. So you do not want to be giving them baby books and saying, here you go, here's a small child's book, let's learn to read it. They actually want content that suits them. So we actually need to give them content that you know they are going to love. And I want to take you through some of the books that my children loved. There was the Boys Rule, Girls Rock series. Boys Rule was written by Felice Arena and Phil Kettle. They were 2 mates that just wrote some really great books together. And then Shay Kettle, she said, well, hang on, it's all about the boys. And she actually went on to write the Girls Rock series. And they were just such great series because there was always a bit of a caper in them and a bit of a mystery or a bit of fun. The Pony Pal series, written by Deanne Betancourt, was another great favourite of my daughter. Now, Deanne is actually dyslexic, and she's written also another book which I've got listed further down, which is My Name is Brian, and then it's actually Brain. She's written it, then she's crossed it out and said Brian. Now, I read this book to my children on a camping trip that we went on. We had a family reading session every night, and my children absolutely loved it because she wrote it, I think, with some real emotion about how she actually felt struggling at school. But of course, it's all been transferred into this young boy called Brian, who can't spell his own name, and he always writes Brain. So it's a really great story about, it's like a coming of age kind of story. There's Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. There's Zack Power, where you now all know Zack Power was like a spy, a child who was a spy, hired by a spy agency. But there was 2 series of this. There was Zack Power, the normal series, and then there was also Zack Power, the Test Drive series. And the Test Drive series was written for children who struggled with reading. So same type of genre, same type of storyline, but just written in a more simple text. So there are some of my great options I know you as parents and teachers will have lots of good options. So what I'm going to try and do with this Facebook post and with the blog that goes out today is I'm going to try and compile a great list of books that children who struggle with reading love. So they don't necessarily have to be books that are written for in high interest, low reading age type of books. Yes, of course they can be, but I'm just looking for great books that children who struggle to read love. It may be a book that you've read to your child. It may be a book that they've learned to read by themselves. I know for a fact that a lot of struggling readers, interestingly enough, will read the Harry Potter series. Now, Harry Potter series has enormously difficult words in it, lots of made up words, but the storyline is so strong and it's so visual that children will persevere and they will read it. And I hear from lots of parents whose children have actually managed to read Harry Potter, even though they've struggled with reading forever. So sometimes it's just great books. So I'm after your input today. I want to know what great books your children have read, and I want you to post below and leave them there. And also the blog will go out today. So if you're on our Dyslexia Daily list, you'll also receive that blog, which will show you the covers and everything of all the books that I've actually mentioned today. So I hope you have a great day. Don't forget, we are actually on Instagram now. And if you want to join us on Instagram, go to dyslexia.daily and you will find us there. And we are also posting all our content there. So if you are an Instagram fan, and a lot of people are these days, especially younger generations and even some of the older generations too, because they love the visual content there and you can scroll really fast through all the images, then go and join us on Instagram as well. So don't forget, post below your favorite books that your children absolutely loved, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a super Wednesday, everybody, where you are in the world. If you're asleep, I'll see you when you wake up. And if you're awake, that's fantastic. I will be talking to you right now like I am. So have a great day, everyone, and bye for now.